Hey, we've got some amazing news, and all the big brands want to be with Inside Ball, and none bigger than our great friends at Ladbrokes. They're now partnering with Inside Ball for the rest of the season, and we couldn't be more thankful. So, what you need to do, if you're an Inside Ball listener, it's that simple. You need to punt with Ladbrokes and get more out of your footy multis. I've got a Ladbrokes app. You need a Ladbrokes app. That's what you need to do. Go and get it. And you punt with Ladbrokes. You make quick, smart picks with stats and insights from the last 5 games. It's all there. All the information you want is right there on the Ladbrokes app. Then you track your multi in real time and within the app. So just like Darcy gave us that amazing multi last week, Cowboys, Broncos, Reece Walsh to score, well, you can get more and more insight with the Ladbrokes app. Jump on the Ladbrokes app today and start your punting journey. It's that simple. Hello and welcome to Inside Ball, round 26. Cheers, we're getting to the pointy end. And lots of news. Hey, Kev, how are you, brother?
Good, mate.
Lots of news ahead of tonight. I am going to talk about tonight's game, because I don't agree with what's gone on.
Right, but we're in disagreement.
Well, just wait.
Because I'm going to give you the club perspective.
Wait.
Right?
Wait.
Look at the bigger picture. I can't wait.
Wait. Just don't go off. Big news. Desi Hasler, Josh Hannay. Des Hasler sacked. We broke that story here. They then, later in the day, they appointed Josh Hannay as the head coach. He's a Queenslander, Moranbah Miners, North Queensland Cowboy, Queensland assistant. And now he's the head coach. And they've brought Scott Sattler in as the head of football. Anthony LaFranchi goes to recruitment. Kevie, I automatically thought of you straight away because the task that Josh Hannay is having to take on is exactly what you had to take on at the Broncos. A wooden spoon side, on its knees, disconnected with a community, and now Josh Hannay has to go in there. And it is not an easy, everybody can say, it doesn't matter how good a coach you are, this next 12 months are defining for you, and it's a very hard situation to get into.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done there by not just Josh Hannay, but everyone at the Titans.
Yeah.
Just looking from the outside, it's no different to the Broncos. When you're coming last, you're doing a lot of things poorly.
Yeah.
Certainly. And it doesn't just hang just with the coach.
No, it's the complete
club.
The whole club, from everywhere, from development, from commercial to ownership,
your roster.
Everybody, roster, list management, what's gone on, the standards, it's everything. And it takes a while. Now, it took you 3 years to get you to the grand final. Yep, and you should have won it. Hindsight, just a couple of moments, 2 minutes away from winning a grand final. Have the Titans got, at this moment, a roster that can challenge moving forward? Like, you think about, they've got, what I saw was like the Keanu Kinney, Cooper Bye, that there's a young generation through, but Jaden Campbell, now Fafita's gone, he's going to South, so I don't care what anybody says.
Well, Hannay's trying to keep him, isn't he?
He's going to South. He'll go to South.
Is he?
Yeah. I'm telling you now, he's going to go to South.
Yeah, well, he'd probably enjoy that with Wayne. That's his
style of coach. But in your opinion, just looking at this, have the Titans got...
I'm not going to give too much of an opinion because it doesn't really matter what I think, but the Titans, obviously, they need change, mate. They need some change. I do feel for Des Hasler because all of the, the whole club has been, dumped on him again. Like, someone else takes some responsibility, Dobbo.
Kev, I get it, but if you're the coach, unfortunately, mate, that's it's not right.
My message is, it's the clubs that have most success are the ones that are most stable. Look at our top 4.
Yep. Ricky's
been at
years and years.
Ricky had his moments.
Yes.
Like
been at one grand final. He's had some really bad years. He hasn't won a spoon, but he's had some had some bad years.
But they sorted him out, and he sorted himself out, right? Yep. Had to change.
He evolved. Yep, he did.
Craig Bellamy's been at the Storm for a million years, right?
Ivan Cleary, he's not there. Well, but Andrew Webster, they've stuck by him, and Cameron
Andrew Webster
Serrata
missed the finals last year,
and Cameron Serrata.
Well, actually, it finished below the Broncos.
Yeah, so prelim and then finished below the Broncos.
Oh,
stuck with him,
and now they're in the top 4. They'll finish the top 4, the Warriors.
Yeah,
right. So
you make a valid point. It's whole club,
right?
It's whole club. So
if the coach, if they have a tough year, which they've had a couple of tough years, and I don't want to bang on about it because, it doesn't involve me. My concern is the Kangaroos, Dobbo.
well, you are the Kangaroos coach,
Yeah.
and you've got your first man on the plane. I broke that last night.
Now, well, that's not, you can't.
I broke that last night.
you-
Well, I'm breaking it now.
you went early.
Gordy's on the plane.
You went early, mate.
Gordy-
No one has been commissioned yet.
Will Gordy be on the plane?
No one has been commissioned yet.
Will
Let's move
Gordon
on.
Dallas
Let's
be
get
on
back
the
to the
plane?
coaches, right? Coaches, because I feel for coaches.
Yeah, well, you're
right?
a coach. Okay, you can defend the coach. Can I just say this now also? Adam O'Brien looks set to get done. Now, he'll get punted. Now,
No, I brung him through the week, and I just feel a bit gutted for him as too, particularly on the weekend, with their performance the night. See, coaches work around the clock, particularly when they're under pressure.
Well, there's a
Around
severance
the clock.
pay coming. There's a severance pay
But
coming.
money's not.
I know.
Doesn't change
I know,
anything,
but
money.
the club has to move on. Newcastle are going to move on. That's the mail that's coming out of
Who's
it.
going to go in there?
Well, I just hope, and look, I could be wrong, but they're talking Blake Green. Now, that's Isaac. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think.
Dobbo, you. What do you think? Because
I just think it's been controlled by managers, and I don't like that. I don't like it. And I think the dominate. Look.
Well, I just think, hang on. You're there, mate. You're there at the moment.
You're the attack coach.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
To help your senior coach?
Yeah, that's the drama. That's the issue. So is Willie Peters, is Justin Holbrook, is Kevin Walters.
Kevin Walters isn't interested, mate. I'm coaching the Kangaroos. So.
Right. Well, there you go. Well, there's one player that won't be going, one coach that won't be going to Newcastle. But there's another one. And look, law of averages, there's 3 coaches lose their job every year. And I don't like it. I don't agree with it. But that's just the way the nature of this business is. It's results driven, and unfortunately, there's egos involved. There's egos involved with CEOs and clubs who think they know better than the coach, and it ain't right.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
That's just the bottom line. And boards, my God, when a board backs them fully percent, like you just knew he's got the full support of the board. That came out. That was the mail drop. You just knew Adam O'Brien was in trouble. And you know what? I've got to be honest with you. I think Manly could have some dramas there as well. I'm not convinced that there isn't going to be more coaches. Now, I know it's a sensitive subject with you, and you're coaching the Kangaroos. And, mate, I've lived it with you. I have no idea what you went through with that.
Yeah.
I was actually getting an operation with my neck.
You were actually,
I broke a neck. But
anyway, we're not going back to that.
We're not going back to that. But it burrs you up a little bit. I get it. I get it. Because you think coaches deserve... And the good clubs, they stick by their men, and they try and give them a chance. Canberra's a prime example. New Zealand Warriors, prime example. Prime example. In a ways, I hope the Cowboys, but I don't believe that it's the assistant coaches. They've been put in their headlights. And there's a bit of mail that there's going to be assistant coaches shot in North Queensland, the coach is safe. And I've found out where that mail's come from. That's come from within the club, that they're leaking it to journalists. So, but if they're going to stick by Todd Payten, good, but let him dig them out. Like if you're going to back the coach, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But let him back it out.
Yeah, let's just run with coaching's a tough industry. And
very tough.
There's always sackings. Right, let's get in. What else
All
we
right,
got?
let's go tonight. 16 Penrith Panthers rested for the Bulldogs game. Now, clearly this leaked before it because the odds, there were people getting on at 250. They're now in at 147. Ladbrokes, you can go on there, download the app, gamble responsibly. Odds are subject to change. But I don't like this one.
Don't have a problem with it whatsoever. What are the Penrith fans, what's their goal this year? What do they want to see?
See their team.
Premiership.
Week in, week out. Yeah, premiership. Okay.
A premiership,
Yeah,
right?
rest 6 of them.
The coach...
16 players, Kev.
Craig Bellamy did that.
16 players.
That's fine, mate.
Come on.
They've played more football, that club, than any other club. More games in the NRL, more State of Origin games, more finals games, more World Club Challenge games than any other club in the last 5 years.
And they've won premierships.
Right.
And they've celebrated. And they've been paid accordingly.
Yep.
And they're professional athletes.
Yep.
And the fans pay, the members pay
Yep.
every single week to be a Penrith Panthers. And you know what? Players come and go. Fans don't. And guess what? 16 players you think is the right way. 16. I don't mind if you
bigger picture. That's you're looking at the smaller picture. You're looking week by week.
Well, unless they win the grand final, unless they win the grand final, it's a fail.
Well, it's not a fail.
Well, mate, it is because you're resting it because the bigger picture is a grand final and a win.
Well, it's finals.
So unless they don't win it,
going deep into
they're
finals.
in the finals.
No,
they're in the finals. They ruled out then that they can't win the top 4. So guess what? We're going to rest.
They're sacrificing this week. They don't want to get knocked out round one of the finals. You might as well not make the finals if you get knocked out round one.
Well, what happens if they do?
Well, that'll be a mistake.
That'll be a fail.
Yeah,
That'll be a fail. What about
I don't believe they'll lose round one.
16 players?
But the Melbourne Storm do this every year, Dobbo.
Not 16.
Well,
I've never seen them do that. They've rested 6. They've rested 8. I've gone back and looked.
They got 6 resting this weekend.
Yep, that's great.
And suspended.
Yeah, that's great. 6 is fine. 16. A whole side.
Well, whether you...
Mate, there's players we didn't even know were even contracted to the Penrith Panthers.
Well, they're probably not.
Out.
They're probably training trials that they've dragged in.
Well, mate, I don't like it. I think the NRL need to look at it. I get the resting players. I get they've played that. I don't have a problem with that.
This has happened in the AFL before, and they gave them a weekend off before the finals.
Yeah.
Which makes sense to me.
We'll
it
do
stopped
that.
all this, what do they call it, tanking.
Yeah, we'll do that. Do that. Give everybody a rest off. But you go and take a whole 16. I don't like it, and I understand.
I don't like it either, but I can see the bigger picture for Penrith. Right?
Yeah.
No one has played more football than the Panthers.
Sure.
Particularly their leading players.
Sure.
So
they won't be playing more football this year because they ain't going to make the grand final.
Righto.
That's me. That's me.
Yeah,
how are your Roosters going? How are your Roosters going, by the way?
Yeah.
Might not even make the 8 yet.
Well.
You were saying grand final about it. I don't know. Anyway, Dogs take on Penrith tonight.
Well, we've got to go
the Dogs now because of this debacle.
But it might help the Dogs as well, find a bit of form. And they need
Harry Hayes gone. Yeah, Harry Hayes has gone.
Yeah, hamstring, was it? Or?
Yeah, it's 6 weeks, so that's a huge out for them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they have still got Satili Tupanua. I don't like... Did you like the chat about Galvin potentially? Like, people come out and said he's a long-term 13 rather than a...
Oh, hang on. They're moving him already.
Well, I don't necessarily...
And who's going to be their 7 then?
Toby Sexton.
He's signed to go to Super League.
Get him through this year, mate. Focus on this year. It's all about results this year.
Oh, they're talking about this year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't like...
13? No, Kurt Mann's their best 13, isn't he?
Well, he comes off the bench.
Well,
they've got some issues there.
Coach. We'll see how they
anyway, I don't think they can win the comp, but no, mate, what would I know? I'm just a bloke who offers an opinion who covers sport.
I've been covering sport for a long time.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? I tipping them tonight. They're at $1.08. Penrith, they're at $8.
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Warriors Eels, important game. Go Media Stadium, last home game. This is an important one because if Warriors lose, Broncos win.
They're in the top 4.
Top four, and it didn't look like that. Who do you like in this one?
I'm going to go the Warriors, the home team. I think they're doing enough. They were better last week, but bit of a soft second half from them. But and the Eels are travelling well. Good win over the Chooks, and they're building for next year, aren't they? They've won 3 of their last 5, and Josh Addo-Carr plays his 200th NRL game. He's been in great touch for the Eels. Him, Lomax, Mitchell Moses, all in great touch. That game over there, and they've only won 2 of their last 6 there, Dobbo, at Go Media Stadium, the Warriors, that is. But I feel like they've got enough. They did enough for me last week to suggest that they're back to somewhere near their best. And I think they can win this one against the Eels.
I don't agree with you. We haven't been agreeing today.
No.
I think Parramatta...
You got stuck in traffic, though, which did...
Parramatta beating the Chooks showed to me that they, and Jason Rolls coaching, that they are building. Joe Ashpapali is doing a great job in 6.
Yep. It's a big test.
I thought their form against St George, I called that game 2 weeks ago, wasn't that great. They were lucky to get away with that. There was a dodgy call on an obstruction.
You took the Warriors.
And then they had 3 HIAs St George, and that cost them. Then they go, and the Titans are wooden spooners, and they put 36 on them. They won't. I called that game as well. They weren't that great. Yes, they've got some players. They need to, I think it's their being masked, their wins. This is a real test for them. That's what I'm trying to say. Parramatta are out at the moment trying to gunslay. Am I right in saying...
they've had some big wins recently, Parramatta.
Am I right in saying, though, and I'm just... Parramatta play the Knights in week 27. So I sort of feel like, you know what, this is that they want to win their last 3. They finish the season, they go into it. You know, they've been pretty good. I'm going to tip the Eels in this one, and I think that's a run. This game is a blockbuster, but I can't see the Storm losing. But Storm take on the Roosters, and you just know all the big guns blazing. Don't be surprised if they bounce back, but no Sam Walker.
No, Sandon Smith's back in though.
He's at 6, and Hugo Savala goes back to 7. Stefano Utukamano versus Lenu, Bronson Garlick versus Watson because Hayes,
4 regulars
Gary Gray
missing.
is out. Yeah.
Xavier Coates, Nick Meaney, Eli Katoa, and Josh King. Plus, Harry Grant suspended for 2 weeks, and Kamika is out with HIA. So
Well, okay. I think Warbrick will come into the side. He's been named in the squad.
He's on the pine there.
Okay, so I think you bring Warbrick back in.
He's been out since round 4, Dobbo,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I did see some vision. I think it might have been Channel 9 of him scoring a try on the weekend for the Sunshine Coast Falcons.
And there's something that you've always said to me. If Nelson plays, it's different. He's in the 17.
Yeah, well, that
finally,
I reckon it's time Craig's pulled the trigger on him.
Yeah,
because they can't win the premiership
without him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
So you've got those two. And look,
big match for the Roosters.
Who do you tip?
I'm going to go the Storm at home at Amy Park, obviously, but not as confidently without those players resting. Still got Munster in there though, and Ryan Pappenhausen. So whilst you got those two there, the Storm are in pretty safe hands. I'm going to go the Storm in a tight one, mate.
Righto.
And the Chooks haven't beaten the Storm. Their record down there is 4 from 14 at Amy Park. So park that where you want to, but I just think the Storm at home, even with those players missing.
Raiders take on the West Tigers.
This will be one-way traffic.
Yeah, and I think it will be, but...
Tamale returns, Dobbo, from that knee injury.
Yeah, and we're just in perfect timing because Savage has gone for the season with the shoulder.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a big loss for
and
for
poor old Jetty Stewart, mate, Dad was going to have to say, mate...
You're going to get a tap,
You're going to get a tap, and then guess what? The gods have just played. Well, Jed Stewart is there for the and playing good football.
He didn't deserve to
he didn't,
lose
but
his spot.
Tamale coming
Rugby
back.
league's a cruel sport, though.
Yeah, I know. Savage has been very good for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Jerome Luai and Fainu, yes, they've lost Dewey, but they are a very, very dangerous side.
Yeah, but Dobbo, last week they stumbled, didn't they?
Yeah, but they had no Stafford Toa.
Yeah.
They lost Dewey.
Both of their halves.
They had Naden in the centre, and then when they went down that place where Naden was and Fainu, the fence just opened up like a can of spaghetti. This is a danger game for Canberra because they're expected to win this. And when you're expected to win, now the West Tigers can't make the 8, right? They throw caution to the wind.
Yeah.
Look, if the Raiders win this, they win the minor premiership. I think they rest against the Dolphins. If not, oh boy, we've got an epic clash next week at KO Stadium because, Ricky won it. Look, they had the bye 2 weeks ago. They had a hard win and extra time against Ricky. Would like to just dispatch of these and give them a rest, I'd suspect.
Yeah. 9 from 10 at GIO Stadium this year, the Raiders. I can't see the Raiders losing this one. They got too much on the line. Even with the couple of changes that they've made. Yeah, the Raiders are building, mate. They're rumbling. Like, there's a lot of noise around other teams. Not quite the same noise about the Raiders.
There should be about the Raiders. We're all on board with them.
Yeah,
second game.
Raiders to win that one.
Yeah. This game, I'd love to say Sea Eagles versus the Dragons, Jubilee Stadium. They've split both the teams the same. Look, when you look at him, he hasn't gone, mate. I don't know what Lachlan Ilias has to do, but clearly he's in the squad. But he's still going with King Tongia and Kyle Flanagan.
Yeah,
I mean Lachlan Ilias has been unbelievable at New South Wales Cup.
Yeah,
like unbelievable.
But they've been winning or thereabouts. The Dragons, they get Jaden Sewer back, Jack DeBellin and Hame Saleh come back from the HIAs.
Yeah,
they'll be looking to finish the season strongly. The Dragons. They're favourites for this game, to beat Manly, even after what happened last week with Manly. They kept their season alive with a thumping win, wasn't it, over the Dolphins last week. They got the same 17. This can set up if they win this game, Manly, that sets up a huge finish next week.
Yeah.
They play the Warriors at 4 Pines Park.
Yeah, I know. Who are you tipping?
I'm going to tip Manly.
So am I.
Yeah. I think on the back of last week.
Manly to win that one. I think that one. This game is huge. This is the Cowboys' last game of the season because they have the bye in round 27.
Yeah, they're heading to...
Right? They're going to Kosamui. So, look, it should be a Broncos win.
Yeah.
It absolutely should be. But tomorrow, 10-year celebrations. There's only 4 players who won in
Are they celebrating
the premiership, first ever premiership.
Right.
4 players, and the late great Paul Green won't be there.
Yeah. Do you know who the 4 players who?
Yeah, Thurston, Hannett, and a couple of blokes still playing overseas.
Why is it
just
Thurston?
commitment? They've got commitments.
9.
Yeah, I think 9 commitments. Right.
Benny Hannett's got work on Triple M and stuff.
Triple M, yeah. So they're not all there, but
is that 10 years? God,
10 years.
Gee, that went fast, Dobbo.
Yeah. 10 years. You were the assistant coach.
Yeah, I still remember that last 3 or 4. I thought the Broncos were home.
So did we all.
Can we change that,
mate?
And can we change the result in 23 as well?
Bloody hell!
Yes.
2 comps that Brisbane should have won. No, 2 comps Brisbane really should have won.
This is a big one for both teams, mate. Even though it's the Cowboys' last game, this rivalry, it's alive and well. I can tell you. And this will be a different game to the one that when the Broncos took on the Cows.
Reno ain't playing. I know. Look, I mean, he might. He's got to train. He's got to get through tomorrow's captain
Why
run.
would you risk him?
I don't think they'll risk him. I don't. He wants to play. He ran at 90%, 7Ks on Saturday at 90%.
Yeah.
He's getting load in there, but I don't think he plays. I think they were look. They're going to back Hunt and the difference, and I mean the difference back at 9 would make a huge difference. Yeah, seriously. But I'm going to tip the Broncos, but with no confidence.
Yeah, I'll tip the Broncos as well.
It could be a tsunami if they get pumped. The Cowboys, that might change what we're saying. If the Cowboys get rolled bad, which last game of the season.
Well, their defence worries me. If Reece Walsh gets his, packs his what he can do, their edge defence has been a bit fragile. All season. The Cowboys, that is. But they'll get some confidence out of last week beating the Tigers. They were down with 12 minutes to go and they scored a couple of tries. Or 15 minutes to go, rather. Showed a bit of character up down at Leichhardt Oval. Big crowd on the hill at Leichhardt Oval. But it's a shootout of the fullbacks, isn't it?
Yeah,
Brinky
big
up
time.
against Walshy. Who do you like there? They're both good players, aren't they?
Oh, mate. I think Walsh has got drink water covered, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he has. Well, they're both good players.
Drink water's hot and cold, so is Reece. But look,
Reece isn't hot and cold, mate. He's solid, Reece. He's been a lot better.
All right, who are you tipping?
I'm going to tip the Broncos.
Righto.
Reuben Cotter plays his 100th game as well. That's a good effort from Reuben.
Are you a big chance of going on the tour?
I've just made a decision this week. I'm not making any more comments on selections of the Kangaroos, Dobbo.
Why?
Well, because...
But you can make it to me. Just don't make it to other media outlets. This is our podcast.
Yeah, well...
Can you not talk about...
Well, okay. You put your Kangaroos hat on.
Well, I've never played.
Got your Ladbrokes one on. That's fine.
Okay.
Right, leave your Ladbrokes hat on. Yeah. Would Reuben Cotter be part of the tour, do you think?
100%.
Right. You answered your own question. Okay. There we go.
Well, it would have been nicer so I could have got a quote off the coach.
Right.
Anyway.
This is the 66th meeting of these two clubs.
Yeah.
Such a short time, 66. And the Cowboys' form against top 8 teams hasn't been great this year. Have a guess, have a stab at how many they've won against. They've played 11 games. How many games do you reckon they've won against top 8 sides?
5?
2.
Okay.
So
back the Broncos with confidence. Gamble responsibly.
And you got Adam Reynolds parked on the Pine. Is he going to play?
No.
No. Right. Brendan Piakura returns.
He's back.
Big in for the Broncos.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like the kid.
Off the 17. Righto.
Sunday footy.
Sharkies beat the Knights. I'm not even going to give the Knights. Sharks beat the Knights.
Yeah.
They continue to go.
Sharkies fans. I know we've got a few Sharkies fans listening to the potty.
Yes.
KL Iro back. He's back.
Yeah, good. Carl Oro is a very good footballer.
He was back. Yeah. It's a 12-week lap. Gee, he's missed some footy this year. Anyway, he's back. That's good in very solid player.
They will go all right.
Yep.
They will go all right. Sharkies are in the 8. They'll get another job at it, and looks like they'll probably play Penrith in week 1. So of the semis if everything plays out the way it is. So
that's not a very good card to be dealt with.
Well,
week 1 of the semis.
Could be.
They're going to rest players again in week 1, you reckon? Let's not go there, Dobbo.
Yeah.
Righto, next one, Dolphins, Titans.
Big game.
Suncorp Stadium.
Dolphins have to win.
Yes.
Titans now with a sack coach playing for Des. Des can get him up for it.
Des is staying on, isn't he?
Des is staying on for the next couple of weeks. Trey Fuller at fullback. Azaka, Avarillo back to the centres with the hammer.
Yeah, Cody Nicorima's back,
Nicorima's back huge. Izzy Molo, Marshall King, Kafusi, Lemuelu, Oren Keeley, Kurt Donahue, Alblix Taffa, Ray Stone, Mark Nichols, Josh Kerr. Now, where you look a bit different, there's not going to be any out-of-the-box changes there. For the
Titans have
Titans.
named the same 17, but on the bench or on the...
Keanu Kinney.
Yeah, he's still in 14.
Yeah,
I don't like that, but...
No, I know. I think I think that there's going to be some change there. And it's interesting, Carter Gordon's been named in the extended squad as well.
Now he's a 5'8", isn't he?
Yeah, they need to have a look at him. I'm just thinking maybe as a bolt, because he's come back through, do they have a look at him? I mean, and put Foz to 14, have Kinney there come off the bench. I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
But look, either way, you can't go against the Dolphins.
I think they'll want to win. Well,
Dolphins
I know they'll want to win.
Dolphins have to win this one.
Yeah, but the Titans will want to win as well. And they were... I think the Dolphins at home at Suncorp. They've lost their last straight, though. 3 straight. Ooh. Yeah. I'll go the Dolphins there, Dobbo.
Okay. Right.
Big round of footy, though.
Big round of footy. So Kevie's tips, and we'll just go through them because we want to make sure exactly we've got them right. He's tipped tonight the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Tomorrow the Warriors. Then he's tipped
Into
the Storm, into Canberra, into the Seagulls, into the Bronx, into the Sharkies, into the Dolphins.
Yeah. Mostly all the favourites there.
Yeah,
but
all the favourites. Yeah, and it's getting to that time of the year.
Well, the big
I've gone
boys
some
seem to
different
come to
ones.
play.
I've gone some different here, but that's all right. Hey, Kev, my Ladbrokes multi this week, and look, odds are subject to change. Okay, I want to say that now, but thank you to Ladbrokes. I want to get on download the Ladbrokes app, gamble responsibly. It's all there, but here's what I'm doing. I'm just going to focus on 2 matches.
Right.
I'm going to go Brisbane to beat North Queensland.
Yep.
With Reece Boy to score.
Yep.
Then Dolphins with Hammer. Now look, at the moment it's $6, $6.02. It's a really to me that's the one. That's the multi.
Yep.
Odds are subject to change. I will say that now. So when we give you this podcast, that's where we're at. It might shorten, it might go out, but odds are subject to change. That's our Ladbrokes multi. We got close last week. I think we're pretty right this week. Have a good one with that. Okay, questions for Kev. What's the benefit of naming Renault at the 22?
Well, I believe he'd be an outside chance of playing. That's the only reason. So I guess he'll get to Townsville. Are they training up there? Their captain?
No, training here.
Training here?
Yeah.
So, but he travels anyway with the team, doesn't he?
Well, I don't think he should.
He travelled last week.
Yeah, I know, but that was in camp, and he had a funeral to attend. I don't think he travels this week, but anyway, maybe what do I know? Hey, do you feel that rugby league is trying to make you fail, Kev, with all these hoops you have to jump through?
What, the NRL Australian coach? No, I think it's just rules that, they've
put in place.
They've been in place for a
You got Gordy, mate. Kevie and Gordy, what could go wrong?
Look, no, they haven't made it harder for me. Coaching's hard anyway.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We
know this one. I skip your thoughts on Panthers player resting. Kevie's all for it. Tony Scragg, do you think the top 8 will be sorted by the end of this round, and will we have to wait?
No, I reckon we're going to have to wait till round 27.
Yeah.
Till the finish of that before the top 8 is finalised.
Yep. Now, your difference. Who do you think is going to be the difference this weekend? All thanks to Ladbroke.
Did I say Reece? Who did I say last? Was it Reece Walsh last week? Or?
Well, yeah, you said Reece Walsh. Then we gave it to Xavier, Ethan Strange.
Ethan Strange.
Yeah. Give us a little preview, mate.
Yeah. Well, give me some names you reckon, Dobbo.
I think it comes down to Hugo Savala. I think the Roosters taking on Melbourne. That's a big game for the Roosters, and I think he's been at the 6. No Sam Walker. I think Hugo, big time, and Sandon Smith. I think those halves they need to do it because they're playing Melbourne.
Yep.
It's a big game.
Yep.
You've backed the Storm.
Right.
But they are. It's a big game.
So I'll take all of that into consideration, and I'll go Cody Nikorima for the Dolphins.
Perfect. That's our difference. Go and listen to Benny Eichen. He was a great guest. And make sure you download it. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, great job with the QRL too.
Kevie, what's your games this weekend?
I've only got the one this weekend. Actually, on the potty, I've got Stevie Walters, my brother's birthday, celebrating 60 great years on Saturday night down the Gold Coast. So I'll be at that with the rest of the Walters gang.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Nothing.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very quiet
There'll
night.
be one person that won't be there. The difference won't be there.
No, Billy won't be there.
Because he'll be playing.
He'll be up in North Queensland taking on the
Why
Cowboys.
would Boxy organise that when there's a Broncos game on?
Well, Stephen, he watches rugby league, but he's not. He's a Raider.
Yeah.
The Raiders aren't playing.
Raiders playing Friday night.
Friday night.
No, Saturday Arvo. So we love it. Watch them Saturday Arvo
Into the party. There you go.
Makes
into
a
the
lot of
60th
sense.
celebrations.
That's exactly right. Hey, Kev, good on you, mate. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Make sure you download, share it with a friend. We love being a part of this. And thank you very much to our friends at the Ladbrokes. See you next week.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.